Hello and welcome to the Screen One interview. Today we are joined by Ronnie from the band Those Damn Crows, who this week have released their brand new album Inhale Exhale, which already has hit number 3 in the midweek album charts, which is absolutely stunning for a band which I would probably label as the UK's best kept secret, which is now getting out. So welcome, Ronnie. How are you doing? You're on tour at the moment.
Thank you for that introduction, mate. Yes, it's a real roller coaster at the moment. It's unbelievable. They started saying the predictions, and we're a band. We don't believe it until it's there. It happens, and then when that number came out officially, we were just like, "Oh my god, this is incredible! This is absolutely unbelievable." So it's very real. We're number 3 at the moment. There's 2 incredible artists above us, one being Pink, who's had an amazing career, fair play. Inhaler, which we're all fans of. And then you've got Orbital, you've got Harry Styles, so yeah, man, just to be around those names it's unreal. And the support we've had and just the pure volumes that we're selling at the moment it's a real, like you said, it's got to turn heads. I think people are starting to realize that we are here to stay. We are doing everything that we should be doing. We're selling out venues. We're selling records. We're connecting with fans. We're making people happy, mate. And that's all we can try and do.
Yeah, no, it's been nothing short of sensational, really. I mean, was there any point when you thought it's starting? We're not just sort of hobbyists, as it were. This is actually the real deal now. We may actually have to step up now.
Yeah, man. I mean, from a real early stage, we knew we were always going to be up against it. When we might not be kind of maybe industry favorites, or we might not be pushed as some bands might get that little bit of an easier kind of ride. So we just hit the ground running and tried to gig as many places as we could, connect with the fans and give them time and really get to know them along the way, because these are the people who spend a lot of money on your band, and if they follow you, you're an investment to them, really. And how you treat them is what comes off as a payoff for you, so and as we started to watch it grow, and we were starting to support bands, and then all of a sudden rooms would start to empty, which was a real crazy thing in the early days. You'd be playing with a band, and then all of a sudden half the crowd would leave, and we were like, "Oh, what's happened?" And it was like it was almost a Maiden thing, where they'd watched us, and then they were like, "Right, that's it, we only came for the Crows, you need to headline." So it was real, I don't know, just that real strong family mentality. When you're like your mum and dad or someone like that comes to watch a gig, and they're like, "Well, we only came down to watch you." It was just, and that's how they became the Crow family, because they were just so into us. It just became so personal, and our victory became personal to them as well. They wanted to see us win, and we wanted to give back. And every time we would give them, they would give something even stronger, like where we are now, number 3 in the charts. Phenomenal.
When you started out, did you think you'd ever reach, the heights of? Well, I mean, it could go on for longer, but you know what I'm saying. Right now,
Yeah.
Do you ever dream of getting into the album charts with your own stuff?
I don't think charts was really our mission. I think our mission was to literally play as many shows. It was I remember that being an early kind of slogan of the band, when it was just the 5 of us. Where those we write. What was it now? We write to play shows, Those Damn Crows. It was just it's just simple, but not like we weren't putting that out, or it wasn't a t-shirt slogan or anything. It was just more, just an easy kind of mission of what we wanted to do. Yeah, we were just we're just writing as friends. We're writing as, and then we're playing shows together, and that's just the band's mentality. And it's if anything else happens, it's a bonus, and then they become a real belief that what we were doing and what we were achieving could get bigger, and we could really work that a little bit harder and make it work. And then, like any band, it comes sacrifice. So less time at home with your family, less time at work for a lot of us. So it was a case of jobs having to go. Just that insecurity of life, of you either choose to be in a band or you choose, and it's not always easy, so we just went all out and believed in it, slowly but surely. I mean, I know me personally, at first I was just wherever this goes, I'm happy. I'm just happy to create memories and not worry about the biz or the making it thing. Like, you know, it was almost like I just want to hang out with my good friends that I grew up with, and we've all been through bands and hard times over the years, and it was almost the case of, this band's going to be different. We're all going to be trying to be honest with each other. If anyone's having a hard time, just say it. Like, if anyone's feeling upset, just say it. And we've always kept that real close now, pack mentality, where we got each other's back, like, and we're not afraid to speak our mind. We're all strong-minded. It just really works. Honestly, it is a beautiful thing when you look at it. When you have 5 and just stand back and look at it, which I managed to do now, I'm really proud of what we've done and the men that we're becoming, like, you know. Yeah. So
I think also where you're talking about, you know, that this kind of family pack mentality you've got, that comes through in the writing, especially on the new album. You know, did you all sort of actively, that's what you wanted to do with the album, or did that just come naturally through the writing?
It just came naturally. I mean, like, I remember like Shane sending over the first initial, some of the ideas and stuff, you know, and this time it was more guitar. He was putting a lot more guitar down and stuff, where sometimes we used to create in a room together. Because of COVID, it was the case of ideas still had to come, and themes started to come with it, of like, you know, This Time I'm Ready, for example. I'll go there. He wrote that as a message to his dad, and at the time I know Lloyd was going through something personally with his dad. And then Lloyd was like, thank you, man, you know, thank you for writing that. It means a lot. And lucky enough, Lloyd's dad kind of came out of the bad end of it, but then he went through something even worse with his mum. And then I've gone through something similar with my dad. So we've all lost, and Dave the same, we've all lost people we love. And then those lyrics to that song, and that songcraft just meant the world to us. Like, do you know what I mean? It just became very, very personal, where even when we're on stage now, it's like a real true emotional thing to play, like, you know, and we all look at each other. Are you all right? Like, you know, are you okay? Everyone all right? Like, you know, it's and we used to have that with Blink of an Eye, which was like one of off the first record that we wrote, like, I don't know, 8 years ago. But that evolved and became this piano, just big kind of stadium moment that we wanted it to be. And that was for the Crow family, because people we knew and loved were dying, and it was the case of, they were saying to us that Blink of an Eye was their anthem. And then This Time I'm Ready was almost like I said, something personal for Shane that everybody else adopted. And as a band, to love something that has been kind of created from there is just special, because you normally look at other bands and you go, oh man, I love what they've done, or I love what they brought. But to hear that, and I remember we went into a studio in COVID and we were just jamming. We spent a week away together because we hadn't been able to play, and the rules in Wales were a bit silly. And it was like, right, we got a week together, let's see what comes out of it. And it was one of the best memories I've ever got, because we were just writing, having fun, drinking red wine until 2, 3 in the morning, trying to write a guitar solo, and then listening back the next day and go, oh God, what happened there? Like, do you know what I mean? But it was fun. It was almost that like organic moment when you're back starting a band and you're not really worried about a single, or you're not.
You know, and you're connecting with the fans. Is there any songs that you particularly love, you know, go, right, we're going into this now and it's going to be, and you really enjoy playing?
All of them at the moment. And that's a genuine statement. It's like, this tour so far, it kicked off in Leeds a few days ago. I think we're on the 4th date at the moment. It's just such a good vibe around it. It's a great vibe around playing live with the boys. It's a great vibe with the record being out at the same time, with the attachment of the record, the attachment to some of the new songs that we're playing live, because I don't want to spoil it, but obviously there's new songs from the new record. The reaction of the crowd hearing us, and them being embedded to maybe some of the older songs that we've chose to play. It's really special, and it's exciting every night. It's like we had a day off yesterday and busting to play the set tonight. Like, you know, it's there's a real buzz to kind of get out there and see the Crow family, like, do you know what I mean? And feel that that emotion, that electricity that we've been experienced throughout the tour and online. Like you said, we're not ignoring the online. It's surreal. Like it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great. So as you just mentioned, you're in Glasgow tonight, I believe, as we're recording this, because obviously this won't go out tonight, but when people see it, you're in Glasgow. You've got Bradford, Nottingham, you've got a couple of dates in London. Well, Swansea, that's the big one, I assume, for you guys. I suppose that's the closest to home, isn't it, Swansea?
That is the first headline arena show.
Wow.
Which is like, come on, like it's like, wow, like, do you know what I mean? It's when the team kind of said, this is what we want to do, and we want it to end on an arena show. We were just like, wow, okay, if you believe it. And they were right. And people have bought tickets to every show, Matt. They've literally, we've got some people which we're meeting, because as you know, or you might have seen with the scheduling, we're doing day shows in like stores. So the boys are playing acoustic shows. Then we're doing sign-ins, and then it's the case of the night, the electric shows in the night. So there's people, and they're just truly unbelievable humans who have spent their money, their savings, their time, and they're traveling from Leeds right down to Swansea every day. They're spending it with us because they want to be there for the journey. Do you know what I mean? They want to. They just want to say that they've been there throughout it, and they've kind of witnessed it, and they've witnessed the build, and they were there for this moment because they deserve it as much as us. Like I said, they believe in us, so it's lovely that they can kind of champion us and say we were there, like we were there from day one, like,
Yeah. So is there much nerves ahead of Saturday at Swansea?
No, I not yet.
Ask you on Saturday morning.
I think it's I know it, mate. It's we've been really fortunate with like some of the gigs we've played over the last couple of years and how the band is built. So it's kind of made us prepare for this moment, I think. So I think the most important thing is just as long as the band are happy amongst ourselves and we're ready for it, I think it'll just be a special night. Like, I mean, we did Cardiff Castle, and that was beautiful. And we did Chepstow in the summer. Yet again, a beautiful moment. It was just like, it was one of our shows. We didn't have to worry about any other festival billing, or you know what I mean. It was just our show, and I think we're really ready for this one. We've got a lot of ideas. Production's changed, so it's definitely going to be different for everybody. See, it's going to be a different show to London as well, to be honest with you, mate. So
I'm looking forward to London because that's the one I'm going to be at. So it's going to be good fun. So with all the chaos and drama, and what do you guys do for downtime? I mean, do you catch movies? Do you do what do you do? Do you switch off entirely, or
podcasts? I think individually, some of us like podcasts, some of us watch movies. Some of the boys love watching old series of like Bottom. I think some of the boys have been watching Archer. I think it's called Archer.
I can't beat Archer,
yeah, so they're into Archer. I'm a massive wrestling fan, so
really?
I literally watch way too many hours a week of WWE, AEW, catching up with all of that, watching like Raw, SmackDown, and it was a pay-per-view on the weekend, so I kind of had to watch that the next day in like little bits, like it's a 3-hour pay-per-view and having to watch it in like almost episodes because of the band and the schedule, like, so
what were your thoughts on the Elimination Chamber and Sami Zayn then?
I absolutely think it's incredible. And do you know what? It's been said, and I don't want to kind of rip it off. James, like I said, I spoke to him earlier, and he basically said it's similar to the Crows. It's almost the Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan storyline of like the underdogs. And like, this is our WrestleMania moment because of obviously the crowd. I know it sounds so bad to use as an analogy, but it's beautiful if you're a wrestling fan, because that's the truth. So loved it. I think that storyline's one of the best storylines I've seen for years. The bloodline, I just think it's incredible. I think it's absolutely on point. And I'm so excited. Every week now I want to tune in. And that's what wrestling should do for you. Like, whether you like it or not, or whether it's sports, entertainment, or whatever, it's it's absolutely awesome. Like, it's I absolutely love it. Like, so that's the boys kind of drift in and out, or they're interested, but they're like, oh, that wrestling's his thing. Like, so.
No, it's good. It's great fun. So as we're coming to a close, after your tour's done, the album's now out. What's next for the Crows? Where are we going next? Is it? I know you've got more touring dates later in the year where you're doing some support stuff and you're doing the festivals again. But what is next for the Crows? Because that's what people are going to want to know. What's next? You've released your album now. It's been out 5 minutes. We want something more.
I was just gonna say that you've taken the words out of my mouth. So yeah, the album's been out for a couple of minutes. Yeah, I think obviously we're all excited to see what happens with the album on Friday, where we end up. Regarding gigs, the ones I can say at the moment, we are doing Primordial because they've been fantastic with us. So we're going to be doing the Primordial, their AGM, and we're going to be doing Teddy Rocks. So that's the 29th and 30th of April. Then we're doing a great festival called Call of the Wild. We're going to go back with those guys because we've met them for years. They're a fantastic advocate of the band, so it's nice to kind of do something with them as well. And then we got the Goo Goo Dolls tour, which has just been announced. Brixton being the London one for that one. And then we've got Steelhouse Festival, which is one of our favourite Welsh festivals. So that's kind of our exclusive festival. So we won't be doing no more around there or anything. That's in Ebervale, and the lineup for that is phenomenal with Blackstone Cherry and Airborne and stuff like that. So it's really cool to be a part of that. And then there's going to be loads happening now, which I can tell you because you're the only one who asked this question, is towards the end of the year. Because obviously being where we are now in the charts, the tour, well, it's pretty much sold out. Swansea Arena's nearly gone, which is phenomenal news. So not only did we have the number 3 news, we had the very, very, very low ticket warning this morning. So it was like, wow, this could be a complete sold out tour. And that kind of gets everybody in motion and other people interested, and other options might come about then towards winter, should we say, do you know what I mean? So, exciting. It's just it's really exciting.
It's to be part of it. Yeah, absolutely. And for everybody watching, I will put all the links down here for buying the album and getting, if you can still get tour tickets, because you say they're all selling out fairly quickly now. So if you're watching this, you've got to, and you want to get to the Swansea show, you better hurry up because possibly by the time this is out, they'll be gone anyway. So so congratulations on everything. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Friday night in London. Well done with the album, it's brilliant. And again, everybody get hold of Inhale Exhale. It's it's an absolutely fantastic album that you should all be listening to. So have you got anything you would like to tell people about the Crows if they don't know about the Crows and they're going to come and see a show? Give us 30 seconds of what those damn Crows are really about.
Eventful. I mean, Shane was tight. What's it called? Tight. What's the walking thing across the road?
Tightrope.
Yeah, he was basically doing that across a balcony the other night in Manchester. So anything can happen. It's really emotional. The fans, if you're on your own, they're very welcoming. They will look after you. So, and for anybody who does know the band, has bought the record, has bought a ticket, thank you so much, because we really, really appreciate how hard life is at the moment. So to spend your money on anything is a decision, and if you've spent it on us, we're truly grateful. So thank you very much, and thank you as well for taking the time to speak to us and helping us promote it, help spreading the word, and just thank you.
Absolutely no problem. It has been my pleasure, Ronnie. Anyway, so everybody, that's it for this edition of the Screen One interview, and we will see you all very soon. Bye now.